guys, it's Julia Jordan, your favorite real estate agent. We have a beautiful sunny day outside. It's freezing cold, but our market is heating up. You know that already. I just come from my mastermind call and they confirmed that NAR, who is over all the real estate agents in all US, they confirmed that the recession 2024 is canceled. There will be no real estate recession. The market is taking off like a rocket, exactly what I'm telling you already for at least 7 days. And it is getting hot very quickly. Yesterday I went out with a new friend for lunch. Turns out we have a shared old friend. We know a neighbor of mine for many years, and she said, how do you guys know each other? And we said, well, we don't know each other. We're sitting here in a one-on-one to get to know each other. But then the friend who lives in my neighborhood said, well, she's definitely working it. You came to the right place. And I was thinking about it, and while you can understand this positive or negative, that is true. I do love on my neighbors, like I bet you $100, like no one else is loving on them. I give them presents, I send them postcards. When they have something good or something bad to celebrate, I honestly send them something because I am part of their life. Like their dog dies, I will do something about it. Or their, I know their life without disclosing too much. I was just thinking, but is that not what we do? Read in the Bible that our job is to love on people, and when we have a certain talent, we bring that to the table. So I believe I'm pretty good in real estate, right? But what I'm also pretty good in is loving on people, and sometimes it's crushing my heart because sometimes I don't get loved back like I love other people, and sometimes friendships don't last forever because I have certain expectations and I have certain standards where I don't want to be under, and sometimes it's not a match after a while, and we need to let go of some people that don't want to do friendships that like we do, or that don't want to do business like we do. And that's a little bit heartbreaking, but it is part of it as well. But to love on people and coming to the table with our talents, how God created us. I don't take pride in that because I did not make myself like that. God made me like that. God made me hungry. God made me driven to learn, driven to connect with other top agents and learn. I'm not prideful saying I'm the best. I'm pretty good at what I do, but I'm constantly learning from those that are better than me. Later tonight, we have an award ceremony. It's like a little gala, and that's where we get here all these awards and medals. And here the crystal clear one, you see it here? That's like a really good one. So we get those, and hopefully tonight I will get some awards for what I accomplished last year. But you know what I accomplished last year is changing lives of all the families that I helped. And there were some families I helped and some individuals I helped by not selling their house. Yeah, there were some where I said, you know, you're afraid of a recession. Looking at a neutral party at your numbers, I think buckle down, don't panic. In case we hit a real recession, you need to sit it out. Your house is in a great neighborhood, and if you don't panic and you make it through a little dip, it will always continue to go up after that. Yeah, and I'm friends with those, and that is, I believe, what a good friend is doing. If they need to sell, if they have to sell. We had several divorces last year, and some of them said, just get rid of me for the house. This house has so many bad memories. Just get rid of it. And yes, I know in the next house I pay a higher interest rate. It's all right. Just get rid of it. And then this house, this is the next house I have my eyes on. Help me buy it. And I'm like, well, okay. I said whatever I needed to say to feel like I did a honest advice to you coming from your best interest, not mine, my best interest. And I always joke, as your real estate agent, guess what? I will always tell you to sell. But that's actually not true. Often, not often, but sometimes I say, you know, have you thought about X, Y, Z? There are different exits that are maybe more money savvy than selling and buying, because selling and buying is expensive. Not only for the agents, but also title policy and all those things, and especially moving. Moving is not cheap. You want to paint the place. You don't like the sink or countertops or whatever, so you will spend money when you move. But if you want to move, be in good hands and have someone who's not just after your commission to pay their own checks. We have a lot of agents that are struggling financially. Go with someone who comes from contribution because they can afford it. I do not need your next transaction to pay my bills, but I definitely do want your transaction and your business because I want to help you, and because I take pride in that. I love what I do. So it's like a bone, like a dog wanting to play fetch with a bone. The dog plays because he loves the game. It's not only about the bone. Yeah. So find someone who is able to have your best interest at heart. And then of course, knowledge. How do you, like, I'm a foreigner. Some people literally don't understand me when I'm talking. I have little things like threshold. It's not threshold, it's threshold. I learned that 2 weeks ago. So I'm still learning. But overall, talk to someone or do business with someone who speaks your language, who is on the same page like you. When they explain you something, you get it, and you get it that they have your best interest at heart. There are so many agents. They're out there. They're big because they're 20 years in business, because they have 20, 40 agents. Of course they are big. If I almost match their business, maybe I am stronger at what I'm doing. Maybe in that short amount of time that I'm here, I'm just in the country 10 years. I just got my real estate license in May. It will be 6 years. I don't have much long of a track record that I have built up. I'm already better or same level like they are. They know me by name in my neighborhood. Maybe I earned my respect and comes with it that sometimes the big birds try to peck on the little birds. I never do that. You never know who will be a rock star later on. So just be nice to everybody. You never know when they will be your true competition. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to bring this morning to you, that work with someone who really loves on you, who really has your best interest at heart, who can afford to have your best interest at heart, who takes pride in what they do. I love to do a good job, not only for you, that you as my client are pleased, but also for myself. I want to take satisfaction in the transaction as well and look back at it and say, that was a sweet one last year. Person XYZ with the kids XYZ, and we got them into the right soccer club area. We got them into the gated community they wanted to be in. We got rid of their messed up house, deferred maintenance house, and we got them into a solid property, and we sold it for top dollar, whatever they had to sell. Like, I look back at those stories, and I have 2 ladies, both times was divorce involved, and we did not continue with the listing. I took it down because guess what? They thought about it, and at the end of the day, they took my advice and said, hey, is your offer still there that we take the listing down? And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do it, but yes, I'm glad that you made your peace with the property, and I'm glad that you found a better solution than selling it. Your property is off the market in like less than 30 minutes. And yes, I did lose a transaction, but was it for the mom's best interest? She had a large home, and with that interest rate and her overall situation, there was no way, and I told her from the get-go, there is no way that I can find you a bigger, better house in a better neighborhood. Impossible. Sometimes people live in a neighborhood that is fully built, and they could not, if they do not keep the mortgage that they have, they cannot buy their way in to that very. Okie dokie, that was my 2 cents. You make it a wonderful Friday. I will knock out some work, then I will go to my gala tonight. I have a babysitter, first time in ages. My kids don't like to stay home alone when it's dark, so I have a babysitter. I hope that all goes well. I haven't had a babysitter in ages, but here we go. You guys make it a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend, okay? Bye, stay warm.